Hey friends, Liz here with Full and Fulfilled, and I am coming to you today for a fun meal idea for the family or even for like a holiday. It's a cauliflower roast, and I'm going to make some gravy with it. I use Mary McDougall's recipe for the gravy. It's so good. And so I was like thinking about how I could use my cauliflower from my garden and have potatoes and carrots and mushrooms and just like have a full meal to put in the oven for like an hour or so and prepare it for my family. So come along today and I'm going to show you how to make this decadent cauliflower roast with a bunch of other vegetables. So we are going to head out to the garden to get the fresh cauliflower for the roast that we're making. So let's go. Got my handy dandy little bowl and my scissors. Oh, somebody's been visiting my garden. Jelly, sweet jelly. And all of my covers are currently on the garden because we have had some low temperature nights, and so just better be safe than sorry. Go in to look at the beautiful cauliflower. Look at that, so cool. Needed to take this off as soon as possible because it looks like it's bolting a little bit, and so needed to make sure to harvest it. So here is what we got for the roast. It's gonna definitely look a little bit different from what we have at the grocery store. All the kitties are playing while Mama's out in the garden. They love it. Gravy. So we are going to start off with a veggie broth, 2 cups of veggie broth. Half a cup of soy sauce. And we are going to do 1 teaspoon garlic powder. And we're gonna start getting this to a boil. And then once we do, we are going to add in 1/3 cup of brown rice flour. And you're gonna have to do it pretty quickly until it starts getting to the texture that you want. So we're gonna wait until this boils. You can see here it's starting to boil. We will slowly pour in the brown rice flour. Make sure you start whisking it right away. Bring it down to a slow simmer. All in there. Now just start mixing as much as you can. So you can see that there's a little bit more clumps. If you want to keep working it, you can. And you can see it has a nice gravy texture, and then you're going to just take it off the heat once you get it to your desired texture. haven't checked out my website, feel free to do so. A lot of good information there. I have my ebook for sale. I have my private Slack channel for all the people that need extra accountability and almost just a sense of community. Also, I have my accountability chats where you and I meet face to face on FaceTime or on Zoom. It's up to you. And we chat about your goals or meal ideas for the week. Anything that you need, we chat about. So check out my website. I'm gonna link it down below. So many good resources, also my recipes there. So go check it out. We are going to get our veggies and starches prepped. So for this meal, I'm going to cut up 6 potatoes, and I'm going to kind of just keep them not too small but not too large. I want them to be able to cook pretty quickly inside of the roast. So I think this is the preferred size right here. Onion, you can use a yellow onion. I just have one of these on hand, so this is what I'm going to be using. So here we go. We have our potatoes, our carrots, our onions. We have our cauliflower, which once again, yours may look a little different since you might get yours at the grocery store, but this is my homegrown cauliflower. It's not perfect, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. And let's get this all assembled into our pot. All right, let's go ahead and get this assembled. So since the cauliflower is like the middle part, we're gonna add it right in the middle here. Then we are going to just break up the onion inside of here. And I like to put the onion down first. Kind of holding the cauliflower in place just so that it stays. Then I'm going to take my potatoes and put them around the edge. And you can even put, depending on if your cauliflower is in the grocery store, it's gonna be a lot bigger. So in my case, I am gonna put some potatoes and some onions underneath of it and kind of stack it up a little bit. And I'm gonna bake this in my oven, but you could put it in the crock pot as well. I also have some frozen mushrooms that were fresh, so I'm actually going to add in just a few. Get my hair out of there. Add in probably about a cup of the mushrooms. Dish because it's so decorative. It's really pretty. this cauliflower needs to come out a little bit. So there you have it. You have your full dish here, and we are going to add in some veggie broth. Here I have 2 cups of veggie broth, and so I'm going to pour it over this, and this will help basically steam the veggies. There we go. So now that we have our gravy cooked, I am just going to drizzle gravy over the top of this, and I will keep a little bit for when it's finished. I used about half of that. So what I'm going to do is get this into the oven to start cooking. So I will be baking this in the oven, 400 degrees for 40 minutes with the lid on, and then I'll take the lid off for about 15 to 20 minutes. I just took off the lid, and here's what it's looking like. Gonna cook for about 15 more minutes. Here it is. Thanks for tuning in to today's video. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it gave you a little bit of inspiration for maybe a meal that you can prep for the week, or even like a weekend meal, or even a holiday meal. I know that I'm gonna be making this for an upcoming holiday, so I wanted to try it out a few times and share it with you guys. I'll see you next time.